Yo bro, my name is fluffier speaking and I'm here to help you on how to enhance your gains as a new lifter. Now, if you've been afraid of putting on some fat, putting on some fluff on your face, on your physique, and looking a little bit softer in a trade of getting more gains, feeling a lot better, and actually pushing this volume by having more food in your system, which means you recover better. And when you have better recovery, you allow for more stimulus. You get more strength work. You get more volume. And the thing is it worth it to put on a little bit more fluff by eating slightly in a more caloric surplus than simply going super lean bulk right now? I think it's worth it. It's what I do, and it's what got me into squatting 135 into squatting 225 in just 6 months. It was like way back then, which is crazy, and I loved that. But the thing is, I got a little bit fluffy there, and it's not really fat. It's not like this fatty look, like obese, but I put on some fluff, and it took me 6 months to cut all that fluff back, that fat. But the thing is it worth it to cut all that fat? My answer is no. Just keep on bulking. Like, get to appropriate bulk, maybe a little bit more surplus, and just continue bulking until you get this really thick physique, even though you're a little bit fluffy. But the thing is, you can just do mini cuts. By doing mini cuts for 1 month, you can lose 6 pounds for 1 month. But in fact, it's just 1 month. You're not gonna burn yourself out of it. And the thing about cutting is that you can actually lose strength when you do prolonged cuts. And that's why I advise you to have this big bulk for let's say 6 to 1 year, 6 months to 1 year, and then you're followed by a mini cut, and then continue bulking. So just you keep making gains, because this is your early stage of your lifting. You want some growth. You want to milk out the gains. And what happens to me is that I got injured. Now I'm forced to basically not train. And what I did is I tried to cut. But the problem is that I did not sustain the cut. I went a little bit too low to below 2,000 calories, and while not training as much, which made me lose a lot of strength because I can't use my left arm because of the injury. I got this fracture on my bone, my wrist, and it did not allow me to train for 6 months. I lost a lot of gains. I went from squatting to 25 or 5 to 6 or whatever into just 165 for 6. I lost some gains. Most of it is neural, but I also lost some mass, actual mass, because when I got into 195 is where I got my neural gains back. But the thing is, my legs were skinnier, so it's moving less weight. But now I'm back from it. I'm back from bulking. I'm squatting 210 for 8, and around RPE of let's say 8, or no, not 8, let's 9, which is a little bit stronger than how I used to back in when I was squatting 225 for 5, which is RPE of 9.5, almost a PR for 5 reps. And the thing is, it's okay to put a little bit more fat. It's okay to look shit right now, because the end goal is just there. You're not trying to look good now, you're trying to look good for your future self. And the thing is, it's just this mini cuts, or all this cutting on you, or a really slow bulk it's just kind of too slow, and it's kind of boring. And what makes this a little bit faster bulk on a moderate bulk, not dirty bulk, like that's not what I'm talking about, but a moderate bulk, I think is just much better, followed by a mini cut, because it allows you to actually train hard most of the time, and followed by a mini cut, you can do deloads with it for every like 12 months, 12 weeks. But it doesn't have to be necessarily 12 weeks, it could be every 6 months, like 24 weeks. And you can do that continuously, you can train hard and then followed by mini cut, which is here to help you deload, like let's say reduce the amount of load that you've been, because you've been training hard all this time from bulking. Now you decrease the calories, you decrease the output also. And that's what make you recover and make you stronger overall in the long term. Now, what I want you to do is basically ask yourself, is it worth it staying a little bit lean year all around while putting less gains, or actually gaining more, putting more fluff, looking a little bit kind of shit like I do right now? I look a little bit bloated and water retention, whatever what you call that, but I think it's worth it. Ask yourself that question. Because who are you trying to look good right now? Who are you trying to look good for right now? Is this a girl that you want, or is this some photo shoot? Chances are you're unlikely gonna do those things. You just wanna get jacked, and by getting jacked, you can't get jacked right now. You can get jacked in your future self, which is why it just strengthens the point that bulking a little bit faster might be actually better in the long term than a slower ones. So you just can maintain leanness all year round. See, I made a mistake of like cutting too much, even though I've got nothing to reveal that much on me, and because of that I actually lost gains through time. I lost time, and that time could have been used for gains, and that just makes me regret all that things. That's why I'm making these videos right now, because I don't want you to make that mistake. It's only to look a little bit more fat. Like, you're not trying to look good for someone right now. It's for your future self. Now, when you see that future self, like, you're just gonna take yourself that you bulk early on when you are starting out in your fitness journey, when you're trying to get jacked. I think that's it, brother. Still lifting, bro. See you at the gym.